With the Teal Mask DLC coming in just a few hours, I thought it'd be fun to break down the team I plan to use in the new Pokemon DLC. Let's take a look. Before I dive in and share the team that I want to use, you guys can leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know which 6 Pokemon you plan to use in the DLC. Now for this, I thought it'd be fun to kind of pick new Pokemon that maybe we hadn't seen before in the region and some of the Pokemon that are expecting to be added through the DLC. And as a note, there are some spoilers in this video, so I'm going to be talking about some Pokemon that may not have been revealed to be in the DLC at this point, so just kind of tread with caution. I don't want to ruin anyone's day by spoiling or whatever, but I just want to let you guys know that I will be talking about spoilers in this video, so this is your final warning. The first Pokemon I'm going to be bringing is going to be Diplin. Yes, I am going to get an Applin, and I'm certainly going to evolve it into Diplin. I'm a huge fan of this Pokemon line. In fact, Flapple was one of my favorite Pokemon in the Galar region. And now that Diplin's here, I'm like, you know, I gotta give it a shot. I think it's got a super cool ability with super sweet syrup, being able to drop the evasiveness of opposing Pokemon. So that could be kind of fun to just dodge some attacks. And if you have the opportunity to use Dragon Dance like Flapple has, then there could be some really cool setup shenanigans that you could pull off there. And it's got a new signature move called Syrup Bomb. But more than any of that, what's not to like about a little caramel candied apple? I think that that's really fun. So definitely a Pokemon I want to bring on the team, and not only that, but gonna lead the charge. I'm a big fan of the Applin line, so exciting that they added the new evolution in the DLC. The next Pokemon I'm bringing should not be a surprise to anyone who's watched this channel for a long time, and that is Vicable. Yes, my friend from Alola is returning in the DLC, packing that incredible 145 base special attack, one of the strongest special attackers in the game, and with a nice combination of bug and electric type moves, it can actually destroy quite a few threats. And you'll see a theme with this team. I really focus on kind of just high stats and just doing an all-out offensive on whatever Pokemon get thrown my way in the Teal Mask DLC. I have a feeling I can make some short work of some of these teams and some of these Pokemon that we'll be facing, including you, Ogerpon. Yes, I'm looking at you and I'm coming right for you with my Vicable. With Levitate, it can dodge those ground type moves, which is nice. And of course, just being able to hit hard with bug and electric moves is always a win. So I'm very excited to bring Vicable back. And don't forget the agility set, man. A really fun set from back in the day, where even though this Pokemon is incredibly slow, you can utilize agility to double its speed and just deal some shenanigans, outspeeding some things and blowing them up with your powerful attacks. So very excited to use Vicable. It was a no-brainer that this one was coming on the team. Once upon a time, it was a mascot of the channel, but now it'll be making its return in the Teal Mask DLC. Now here's where we get into some heavier spoilers. Ursuluna is returning in the game. Yes, Ursuluna is going to have a new form, as per the leaks, a Blood Moon form. And if there's any particular Pokemon in the DLC that I'm most excited for, it is certainly Ursuluna. To me, this design looks incredible. Obviously, it leaked. We're not going to show it on screen, but the design looked incredible. I was really excited about it. And in Legends Arceus, I loved using Ursuluna. It was a really fun Pokemon to use with its incredibly high bulk, high attack stat. It's a little slow, but with guts and facade, what more can you ask for? Being able to hit incredibly hard with those powerful attacks. I'm very much so looking forward to Ursuluna, and it's definitely the Pokemon that I'm going for the most. Like, I'm very excited for this in the DLC. In fact, I would say it's probably the thing I'm most excited for in the DLC, is just getting a Blood Moon Ursuluna on my team and rocking with it. I feel like this thing is going to be a monster. Being a ground typing as well is surely going to fare well against the loyal three, your Pheasantipity, your Okidoki, and your Monkey Dory, all being, you know, theoretically poison type at this point. Being able to headlong rush those is going to be really nice. So I'm all about Ursuluna, very excited about it. Now, I felt it was only fitting that I chose one of the loyal three to actually be on my team, and that's Okidoki, Monkey Dory, and Pheasantipity. 3 Pokemon that, I'll be honest, I couldn't care a whole lot less about. Let me know if you guys agree, but I'm not a huge fan of any of them. But they do seem to be poison typing, and they have a new ability called Toxic Chain, which is kind of sick. And of the 3, I mean, Okidoki's definitely not doing it for me, and Monkey Dory's pretty cool, but I'm actually going to maybe take a surprise pick here. We're going to go with Pheasantipity. I'm going to throw Pheasantipity on the team. The latest theory right now is that it is a poison and fairy type Pokemon, which is a super cool type combination, right? Kind of weird that it's wasted on this little pheasant, but Unpheasant, I guess, didn't do it for them, so we've got Pheasantipity instead. I think it's okay, man. Like I said, I'm not going to pretend like this is like my favorite Pokemon of all time, but if I'm going to choose one of the loyal 3, which I feel like I should, the latest talks are that they're not legendaries, then Pheasantipity is going to do it for me. But let me know which one you guys are going to choose if you're adding one or any or all of them to your teams. To me, it's kind of the lesser of three evils in this one. But speaking of evil, we've got the Ghost-type Basculegion returning in the DLC. If you guys didn't hear, White Stripe Basculin is known to be in this part of Kitakami, where you can actually travel to the Teal Mask DLC. And White Stripe Basculin means Basculegion, the water and ghost-type Pokemon. I've got a pretty significant ice weakness on the team so far, so kind of have to cover for that. But in general, water and ghost is really fun. It's a cool typing. It's got great stats overall, and adaptability as an ability to double your stab is just bonkers. Now, I'm not expecting this thing to do a whole lot against Ogerpon, but it should be fun nonetheless. In fact, I realized that my team is pretty weak to Ogerpon. Well, I guess Pheasantipity will do its thing. So Basculegion, just very excited to use it again. Hits very hard. Cool Pokemon coming from Legends Arceus. To me, like, it's funny, Legends Arceus is probably my favorite Pokemon playing memory that I've had over the last couple of years in terms of just the games I've played. I've really enjoyed Legends Arceus, so being able to kind of revisit some of those Pokemon is something I'm all about. So Basculegion, Ursuluna's new Blood Moon form, this is shaping up to be a pretty sweet team if you ask me. And last, but certainly not least, one of my absolute favorite Pokemon of all time. It is not a bug type, by the way. It is Mamoswine. Yes, Mamoswine making its return for the DLC. I just love this Pokemon, man. Ground and ice type with a massive 130 base attack stat. It makes up for that average 80 base speed with Ice Shard and Earthquake, and it can just destroy some things. So if those Loyal 3 Okidoki and Monkey Dory are not ready, and even Pheasantipity, right? It's not a flying type in theory. If they're not ready, they're going to get bopped by some Earthquakes from my Mamoswine, and that is a great place to be. I am so pumped about that. And I'm so pumped about this team, man. I've got my Diplin, I've got my Vicable, I've got my Ursuluna, I've got my Pheasantipity, I've got my Basculegion, and I've got my Mamoswine. This team is certainly not without holes, but I'm not expecting the Teal Mask DLC to be anything sort of a challenge. I think it's going to be pretty easy. So I thought it'd be fun to pick some of my favorite Pokemon for the first part of the DLC and let you guys know what we're rocking with. Let me know in the comment section below what Pokemon you guys are going to choose for the Teal Mask DLC. Are you going to grab the Loyal 3? Are you going to try to use Ogerpon? Like, let me know what your thoughts are. And we're just a few hours away, so we're getting to kind of that exciting time. I'm starting to get pretty hyped up. And don't forget, I will be streaming all of this stuff on my live stream at twitch.tv/adrive. We're going to have a good time there. So I hope you guys will tune in. I should be live around noon tomorrow. I'll be a little late to the party. I got a couple things going on with my life, but we'll have some fun playing it, and then I'll be uploading highlights and giving you guys all sorts of videos here on the channel. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video if you enjoyed it, and let me know your teams in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon.